For years, many suspected China as the culprit behind mystery attacks, leaving U.S. officials with health issues like nausea, severe headaches, seizures, and even blindness. Now, a CBS News team from 60 Minutes reveal new evidence pointing to a Russian intelligence unit.
This does sort of feel like the kind of thing that's not out of the scope of the possible with Russia in particular.
According to CBS News, producers obtained a document linking an elite Russian intelligence unit to acoustic energy weapon testing. And they report proof that a suspected member of that group was in Tbilisi, Georgia, at the same time Americans there complained of Havana Syndrome effects.
It's an attempt to sort of cleverly put pressure on competitors or to make people fear Russia in some other way, to remind the world that Russia can reach its tentacles far and wide. Or maybe it's just a Russian intelligence agency a little bit out of control.
Michael O'Hanlon with the Brookings Institution says the weapon believed responsible for these attacks is attractive because it largely has no signature.
In the case of sonic, weaponry, it's a little bit less easily documented. There's a little bit less of a trace. There's not the same DNA signature or chemical signature or radioactive signature.
In 2022, CBN News spoke with a victim of Havana Syndrome. The 26-year CIA veteran says he was in a hotel room in Moscow near the U.S. Embassy when he woke up with vertigo, ringing in his ears, and nausea.
I spent a lot of time in some really tough places in our war zones. This was the most terrifying experience of my life. Basically because of the unknown, but something really, really bad happened to me that day.
While many questions remain about Havana Syndrome, who's responsible, and the motive behind the attacks, O'Hanlon says he's certain those speaking out about their symptoms are telling the truth.
The people who believe they've been targeted are pretty credible people. It's a lot of American diplomats, for example, who have been based in Cuba, and I have absolutely no reason to think that they were interested in making this up.
Washington is divided over who could be behind these attacks. In 2022, the CIA reported it did not believe Russia or another foreign actor is responsible. The director of national intelligence echoed that assessment just last year. Still, the retired Army officer who led the Pentagon investigation agrees all evidence points to Moscow. Caitlin Burke, CBN News, Washington.